Welcome back, my awesome people. So, in today's episode, I have the exclusive interview with Fresh Philly. If you don't know about him, well, guess what? Now you will. So, welcome back, Fresh. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you, man?
Not bad, not bad. So let's get right into it. So, Fresh, tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, what got you into the sneaker culture? Was there like a family member that gave you your first pair, and that's how
Mm.
started your passion? So, tell us more about yourself.
It's gonna sound like I got some daddy issues. But my name is Freshbilly215 on IG, most of my social platforms as well. I started off originally with this pair of sneakers right here. I'm gonna show y'all. So these are the Nike High Revolution Air Revolutions, right?
Damn.
These are old. These came out in '07.
Oh,
I was
wow.
I was a sophomore in high school when I got these. These aren't the original pair that I got originally from my father, but it means this is the shoe that got me into shoes in the first place. Also, this was the first sneaker that he got me. The funny thing was, I got a size 10 and a half. I thought I was gonna grow because at that age I was just growing. I was like the smallest kid. Next thing you know, I was like one of the biggest kids in school. Next thing you know, like I just stopped. I hit the jackpot for 1 year and then completely stopped growing. So this is my size, which is a 9.5. The one that my father got me, that is beat to the ground, like dusted, gone, no more. Like I beat,
Vamonos.
yes, because like these mean a lot to me, only because of that. He never was really in my life, and this was the first sneaker that I can remember as like as a teenager moving forward as an adult who I am now, like what I am now. The only sneaker he ever bought me,
It's
so
kind
I
of
had
like a
to,
memorabilia.
yeah, so I had to rebuy this off of eBay to just have like a memory in my head. You know what I mean?
That is
I've yet to wear.
amazing.
I have yet to wear these too. Like I just have them just to have them.
Do they
You know what I
still
mean?
even make those anymore, or is this kind of
No,
like a
La-
discontinued?
they well, so what? How sneakers are, especially with Nike, they'll make a couple and wait a couple more years to retro it out to bring
Uh,
out another or a retro another pair out or a newer colorway for the same silhouette. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, like that's what Nike's been doing every other year, or they bring out a new silhouette and they see if it grabs other people's attention. As a consumer, I love it. I can wear any brand, but majority of my stuff are like, Nike SB, Jordans, Air Maxes. I have a couple of Reeboks. Like I even have Avia. I don't know if you know what
Avia, no, I've never heard of those.
so Avia when I was a kid was like what the cool kid shoe back in the day. Like for me, it was a cool kid shoe. So you see all like the cool big kids have them, and see like this right here.
Oh,
And mind you, I wear anything and everything. Okay, I have no like, I don't stick to one brand. You know what I mean? I love sneakers in general. That's
it's kind of
my
like an
passion.
art. It's
Yes,
not, you're not dedicated to a brand. It's more of, hey, if it looks good, feels good, I'm gonna
looks
buy
good
it.
exactly, and this is what they
Oh,
are.
yes, I do remember these.
Yeah, these are at Walmart now.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I guess I'm getting a new pair of shoes.
I bought these off of Walmart literally last week and it was $15.
15 bucks.
We, US, because you're in
Yeah,
Canada.
but
So
still,
15
that's still
US,
an
I'm sorry.
amazing price.
And original price was retail was at 60. I saw 15, I said, click. Where's my card? Click.
Do
And I
you
was
guys
like,
have and one at Walmart? Because in Canada
yes,
here we have
we do.
and one here as well.
Growing up, that was like the coolest shoe to see as a
Especially
kid.
with the two colors, like you got the red and the white or the black and the
Or
white,
yeah, or red and black or
red and
blue
black.
and black. Like it was like the thing to do, you know what I mean? As a kid, you don't know what's cool. You just see it, and if you like it, you think it's cool. Or if
Yeah,
your classmate or your the friends around your neighborhood where you like them, then it becomes a thing, a niche for your little circle. You know
it
what I mean?
does. To
Yeah.
go back to the shoe, your first pair that you bought due
Uh,
to your dad, how much do
uh.
you think that shoe would be worth right now? How much did you buy it for, and what do you think it's worth now?
Now there's probably no price on it to be honest, because it's such an old shoe.
Ah,
Unless
okay.
if there's like a if it's like an OG Jordan, like a Jordan 1, it'll
Yeah.
probably worth like 5K, like 3 to 5K,
Yeah.
brand new, depending on the silhouette, not the silhouette, the colorway. But that shoe I got it for like $40. With
Okay.
shipping, with shipping probably like what, 48 to 50,
Hey, that's not
you
bad
know?
at all.
It's not, especially for a shoe that's gonna be sitting there and like having a memorabilia
And you
mindset
pass
with
it
it.
down to your future children as well,
I
if
mean,
it stays
yeah,
in the family, maybe.
yeah. If they like it, then yeah, I would never force any of my kids to live this lifestyle or hobby. Like if you like it, you like it. Like my oldest son, my only son. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said my only
You're
son.
foretelling your second
Yeah,
child.
yeah. But his favorite sneaker is this
Oh, those are nice.
90 infrared 90s. And this is the 2010 pair. He had the most recent release one that released a couple of years ago. I bought it on sale for like $30 and it was way too big for him, right? I was like, I don't care. When it's time for him to wear it, it'll be time for him to wear it.
Yeah.
Cause like even if he doesn't know what it is, he can still impress like people who are my age or in my
Like our age group, you're
community.
like, yo, that's
Yeah,
fresh, like that's
yeah,
nice.
exactly. I want him to live up to my name.
No,
Fresh
that's
Philly
good.
215.
Hey, he's gonna be fresh 216.
Yeah,
Um,
but
so
but
as we just
it's
so as we just talked about, right? Like sneaker
mhm,
culture has changed over time, with new releases, limited editions. But for yourself, from your personal experience, how has sneaker culture changed for you? Because you've been in this game for a while. Has social media played in the evolution? Because every time I'm on social media, there's, a Got Soul convention or something I'm
mhm,
watching, and people are bargaining. It's like, I'll buy it for
yeah,
1,700. I'm like, 1,700 for a pair of kicks? That's crazy. But like for yourself, like how has the evolution of the sneaker world?
it grew at least from I'm saying it from my experience, how I've seen it, and just on how you say so with social media. First off, social media played a big factor when it comes to the sneaker community because now you can send pictures to each other, you can send sneakers to each other, talk about what the shoe is, what the shoe has meaning to you, how much you paid for, how much you sold it for. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everything, like everything that evolved with sneaker culture and in the sneaker community is a big help because of social media. And without social media, I wouldn't be here. You would never even heard of me, and vice versa. And
exactly.
that's just being realistic. Now, when back then, when I first started, I didn't even know anything about the resale market or nothing. It was just, oh, people buy shoes. If it's sold out, fuck, what do I do? I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm like, I
Yeah,
wish I can get this. You know what I mean? But I realized, all right, if I can't do that, what's my next step? I buy shoes that I like that are on sale. So like nobody liked the Nike Dunk Highs at the time. I was buying nothing but Nike Dunk Highs.
uh,
Nike 6.0s, that was all I was buying. You know what I mean? Superstar Adidas, that's all I'm buying. Puma Clydes, that's all I'm buying. You know what I mean? Anything to make me look good or make me feel good because I like the shoe. If I feel good, I'm rocking it. That's how I was in high school because that's when I started buying shoes
I mean,
myself.
technically, that's what shoes and clothing is for, right? Like, I mean, I know some people wear clothing just to kind of obviously cover their body, but then some people
Mm-hmm.
they want to wear clothing where or shoes that expresses who they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to make sure that whoever that sees them knows, okay, I'm a athlete, or I'm a shoe person, or I'm a
Mm-hmm.
t-shirt person, or a graphic tee person. So,
Yes.
I mean, if you're gonna buy shoes and clothing not for style, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what else are you buying it for? Is it just to cover your body, right?
Yeah. It's like a lot, but here's the thing when you talk about style, like fun fact, like if you look at the sneakerhead community, half of them can't really dress.
Oh my
We can't
gosh,
really
I know.
we can't really dress like that, bro. Like if you look at all my videos and you look how I'm dressed right now, nine out of 10, I'm in gym clothes. But I do, when it's time to dress up, I do try my best.
You clean
And
up well.
yeah, I clean up well. I feel like I clean up well because like at the only validation I need when it comes to dressing down is from my wife. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And like, cause like, or my homies, oh, that's a nice tee, that's a nice fit. You know,
Yeah.
because we're going to like a gathering, a function. We're just having fun. You know what I mean? But most of the time, I'm wearing gym clothes, so my shoes are gym shoes too. And it's like when I rock these, like the shoes behind me, or my whole anything in my collection,
Yeah.
or like a high end piece, or not a high market value piece, it's because like I'm going out, like going out, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm too old to be going out. But
No, you're
but
right
it,
because it's hard to match every awesome kick with an outfit. Like I've seen so many resellers on IG social media and people
mm,
will return like they might have bought $1,000 pair of shoes, but then like 3 months later they resell it at a loss sometimes for like maybe six,
yes,
700 because they don't like it. They're like, oh, it's brown. I have nothing to
mm,
match it with, or it's this color. I have nothing to match it with.
yeah,
It is hard to pair, clothing sometimes, but if you look at the reselling world, what do
mm,
you think about the reselling world? Because I've heard so many other sneaker people say resellers just sell to other resellers,
yes,
or
that is true.
so it's like, are you selling it to the person like me who's not a sneakerhead, but we love, to
Mm,
have nice shoes? Or like, what do you think? Because remember, I'm new to this world, so
mm,
I'm literally being
mm.
ignorant as hell right now. So I just
No,
want to
you're not
learn.
ignorant. You can't call yourself ignorant for that because you're just there's a difference between ignorance and not knowing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that's just me from being me. But when it comes to resale more, I'll say this before I speak my piece. I used to be a reseller too. I used to every release I will get people to line up for me, get raffle tickets for me, and they win, I pay them. You know what I mean?
nice.
So I'll say this just to add to the story that I'm gonna tell you in my perspective. When I used to resell, I would have like a team between 7 to 10 people, right? I'm like, look, if you sign up, all you have to do is go to the store, sign up for the raffle. If you win, I'll give you $20 to $30, depending on the shoe. If the shoe is 500 market price, I'll
Yeah,
give you a little extra. I'll give you like 50, okay? But if the shoe is only like 300 market price, I can only give you 20. I
probably
have
like
to eat.
10%. Yeah,
Yeah, because like I have to eat. I'm the one risking my funds. You're not the one paying the shoes. I am.
yeah.
You're just picking it up for me. I'm taking you there, pick it up for me to go in and collect the shoe for me, and then I'll take care of the rest. You know what I mean? So with that experience and everything, back then sneaker reselling was a lot easier than it is now. It was very hard to do because not everyone can do it because not everyone had the funds to do it. You
Yeah.
know, I'll say this, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was my partner in it. He fucked up big time because he was in control of the funds. He had a gambling habit
Oh,
and it fucked it all up. I was the face, I was the muscle. I was going to every single store, conversing with every single owner from mom and pop shops to the some stores that you may know now. I'm not gonna say the brand's name because I won't get nobody in trouble, but the big name stores. And they were like, the manager's like, yo, what's up, bro? Like I talked to him.
you were
You know
making
what I
good
mean?
networking. You were making good
Yeah.
connections.
I didn't even think of it like that. I was just talking because it was just a thing to do. I didn't think of it. I didn't think of, oh, let me talk to them to use them. No, I talked to them because we had genuine conversations. Now that I got older, now that I am older, I wish I understood the business perspective
That
better.
networking piece and
I,
kind of using, yeah.
I was very naive back then. All I thought was, oh, my boy can hold the money. I just do everything else to make sure we get the shoes. That's it, you know?
But that just shows
Um,
that you're a genuine person. Like you're not out here trying to use people. Because I know plenty, like I'm sure there are plenty of people who would, make connections at Foot
oh,
Locker,
facts.
Champs, and whatnot, just so they can get, a day before kind of
Hmm.
access, or people use each
Yeah,
other these days. So I'm glad that
yeah.
you're not, you're genuine. You
But
you didn't try to use anybody.
yeah, but some people is like, scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Now, if you're doing like that, then I get it. But if you're just like, oh, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me, scratch me,
With nothing in return.
take, and
Yeah.
nothing in return, that other individual is going to feel some type of way. You know what I
It will
mean?
come back to you. It definitely will
Yeah,
come back to you.
karma's true. But back then it was a lot easier. Now everyone just resells like, oh, if this sneaker, hold on, let me grab this. If this sneaker sells for like retails $50 and market is 70, someone's gonna try to flip it for 70. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I get it, extra money on the side, so I understand. But at the same time, like a lot of people will complain, like, oh, these resellers are just culture vulturing us. Like they're not real sneakerheads. They're not real sneakerheads.
Yeah,
You're
can you tell
right.
us the difference like between a culture vulture and like a genuine sneakerhead?
Like,
Because when I was growing up, I'm not sure
mm,
your experience, but when I was growing up, like I'm not even gonna lie to you, I would have Jordan exclusive like Jordan 7s and I'm be
mm,
playing in the mud with it. It wasn't a big
mm,
deal back in the days.
yeah,
Yeah, you bought it for $200, but
mm,
it's your shoe that you play at recess with. It's
yeah.
nothing crazy. But
You're a
now,
kid. You're a kid.
yeah, you're a
So it
kid,
makes
right? Your parents just
yeah.
made a dumb decision to buy you $200 pair of shoes, but as you get older and you start seeing the culture, do you think a culture vulture is someone who just comes in to make profit, or what's the difference between a culture vulture and like a sneakerhead, like an authentic sneakerhead?
So I we don't call them culture vultures. We call them hype beasts or resellers.
Oh, hype
You know what I
beats,
mean?
yes.
Yeah, hype beast is like more the term that people use. Hype beasts are basically buy anything that's popular, and that's it. They
So
don't
they're all about
put
the money, the business part.
no, just not money. Oh yeah, money and just looking cool, basically. So
Uh,
if, for example, these right here, let's just put a real scenario out there. You know what shoe this is?
uh,
It,
personally, I don't,
no, no,
but
right?
I'll take a
Okay.
guess. Is it like the Fruitopia?
Nah.
Because they
So,
look good.
I'm using this example so your followers can understand. Like, all right, so you don't know the shoe this is, right? All you know is this shoe. Probably, let's say hypothetically speaking, this shoe is $700. Okay,
Okay.
so of course, the higher higher value of the sneaker, the more is it's expense. The more limited it is, the more sought after it is. So it's hyped up, right? You buy it because it's 700. You wear it. You don't know what the hell this is at all.
Yeah.
You don't know what brand this is. You don't know what athlete this belongs to. You just buy it because it's 700. That's a hype piece. Me,
Um,
this is the GOAT. LeBron James. You know what I mean? This is LeBron A South
you
Beaches.
actually have a history behind it. There's a connection to it. It's
Yeah,
not just I'm buying and then 2 days later I'm selling.
yes. Like for me, this was one of my grails back in the day when this shoe first came out. I was so hyped about this shoe, retroing,
They actually
like a
look
couple
good
years.
though.
They're nice. It's the South Beach Eights. You know what I mean? These are like it's crazy because the younger generation now they don't care about this. They don't, and I'm happy. I got these shoes. I'm happy. Like I wore these like a couple times. They're so nice. They're so chill. It's just like I can't complain. You know what I
No,
mean?
those are gorgeous. But do
But
you think like reselling people who are, hype beasts and so on, are they ruining the sneaker culture? What do you think about that? Because, you know,
it makes the world go round. I have to think of it like I'm I'm a husband and a father. I'm also a sneakerhead too. I would say the self-proclaimed sneakerhead. Okay,
yeah,
but if I had to choose, my family comes first. So if I have to, I'll sell all this and I'll build it up one day again. You know what I mean? If
family
I had
first
to,
always.
exactly. So that's why, like, I'm saying that because you just asked, like, the reselling perspective. I will. Like, it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? It hurts only when you don't get the shoe.
Um,
You get what I'm
because
saying?
you get sad. You're like, I didn't get
And
it.
then guess who's going to be blamed? But some of the times, well, not some, most of the time, these resellers get their shoes backdoored or stolen goods. Like
Yeah.
people, people get in trouble for this stuff. You know what I mean? Especially the stolen good stuff. Because in Michigan, trucks were not trucks, train cars were getting raided. You know what I mean?
Serious.
Yes, like people, like you can look it up. Like people, like train, that's not people, but train cars were getting raided. Factories were getting raided. Resale stores, retail stores were getting broke into. Like it was crazy. You know what I mean? And like I'm not saying it's the reseller's fault, but let me say it like this: if I was a reseller and you brought me something, I'm not gonna ask you if this was stolen product.
No, you want it, you're gonna buy it.
Yes. So it's like is give it like you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
oh, how much the only thing they're gonna care about is like, oh, how much you want for it. If the shoe goes for 500, you're like, oh, I'll offer you 350 or four. Coin flip 354. So
yeah,
at least I can make that extra $100 because you can't like you're gonna make some money, but I need to make my money too. You know what I mean? With the resellers, it's not hurting, but it's building the business, and I see it because now if there was no business behind it, you wouldn't even be thinking about it or talking about it right now on this episode. Because
100%.
I noticed your page is a finance. You know what I mean? 'Cause I saw stuff about crypto and stuff. I saw
Yeah.
stuff about stocks and stuff. You know what I mean? You're a money guy, and I get it. I get it. There's nothing wrong. But the people that say, "Oh, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for the money." Wait until you need money. I guarantee you're gonna sell some of your shoes to pay a bill, to buy groceries, to give money to whatever, you know what I mean? Or whoever.
100%.
It's always going to be about money, no matter what.
At
I
the end
don't
of the
care.
day, yeah, at the end of the day, you're gonna prioritize what do I need to sell? What do I need to do to get out of this
Hmm.
little hole that I'm in? So if you look
Yes,
around, you're like, okay, I'm not selling my car, I'm not gonna sell the house, but hey, I got this shoe collection. Of course, I'm gonna probably sell that. And I mean, hopefully by that time the shoes have increased in value. But if not, hey, you might take a little loss, but you got to do whatever you got to do.
exactly. But
And
people
so
don't
like
see that.
they don't. And so, like, what do you think the future of the sneaker world is going to look like? Because I know, what was it during COVID, the lockdowns, sneakers were amazing. Like everybody was at conventions, it was blowing up. Like shoes that you bought for 300 are now going for 3,000 just because exclusivity. But
Bro,
now that things are kind of like settling down and people are like, as you said, right? People are starting to kind of leave that world. What do you think about the future? Do you think the future is going to be like, okay, well, sneakers are not as in demand as they were. Prices are going to kind of be normal again. It's not going to be overhyped. So, what do you think about the future of the sneaker?
right now, the future of sneakers, the market, it's is going down, which is good for me as a consumer,
Same with
right?
me too.
So, from that perspective, I'm happy about it. Now, when it comes to reselling the prices, it's like it's flip flopping. People don't realize. I've noticed this. If this comes out in a month, okay, within a month, I have it right now. I could sell it for 500. Okay, this brush towards towards the actual release date, the price is going down, 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 down. And when the shoe releases, it'll plateau and fix itself. So it goes up high, dips, and then plateaus. It's like
Oh,
holding. Like you know what holding
it's
is
it's
with
exact.
crypto.
Hodl. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everything settles eventually.
You guys call it what? Diamond hands?
Diamond hands. Yep.
See, I
Hodl.
know a little bit.
HODL.
I know a little bit. I know a little bit. You know what I mean?
No weak
But
hands here.
so like I understand, but in the future, what I hope is everything plays out accordingly. What I mean by that is when it comes to shoes, only like exclusive sneakers will resell, which makes sense because it's exclusive, low count. If a shoe is like 1 out of 500, that shoe, of course, is going to resell for a high number, right?
Yeah.
But let's say if it's a pair of like
One in a million, it's like
one,
not gonna.
it shouldn't be reselling for 500. There's a
Exactly.
couple of shoes that are like the most basic ass sneaker, like a Jordan Black Cat 4, resells for 900 to a grand, my size.
Oh,
I'm a
snap.
9.510.
So what would
The
be a
shoe,
retail price? What should it be worth? Like
the
about
re,
two,
the
three
re,
hundred?
no, the retail was, well, for us over here, I believe it was like two, or the
And it
retail
went
was
up to
two.
nine, eh? Wow.
Nine. Yeah, when it came to the market value price, yes. I bought that shoe for literally $60. And here's why. No, 60, 150, 210. And then I added two, so like three and some change. I had a pair of Nike SB Northern Lights, which I got for retail, right? The highs. A pair of Nike SB Wolves, got for $60, brand new, because back then no one liked SBs. And then a pair of Nike Sakai's. This is sneakerhead now. Each shoe was it 150, 110, that's 160 plus the thing, 160, like 280, 290, whatever, right? I bought that shoe for 280 basically because I traded three shoes, gave it to him for the black cats. Next thing you know, that shoe goes up for like basically 900. I sell it for 750.
Damn, that's a good profit.
You know what I mean? So I made around 400. If you think about it, I had to put the money I had put into those shoes, deduct that, that's the full profit. You know what I mean? Like when I resell shoes, I think about not just what retail is. I think about how much I'm spending on shipping. That's the main thing.
Oh, so the
Because
other
a lot,
factors.
yeah, small factors. Like I just won a pair off the raffle for years. While you were sleeping, Jordan threes. They released last week. No, did a raffle last week. I found out I won on Sunday. They're just shipping out today. Domestic shipping in US to US for $14. So I bought it for $225. I'm like, bruh, why would I pay would you charge us for domestic shipping when you're not even shipping it within 1 to 3 days?
Exactly. It's a long wait.
It's a long wait. I might as well just have waited. You know what I mean?
Oh
But
man. But you
that's
know
how it
what?
is.
It's gonna be like Christmas morning when you get that package and you just open it up. It's gonna be amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
I love I love sneakers in general. Like it doesn't even have to be like I'll just go to the mall and look at shoes. Like I have a problem.
It's
Like
nice. I mean, no, it's actually therapeutic. Like sometimes I'll go to Foot Locker and just browse because I'm like, I want to
yeah,
see what's going on. I want to see what the latest stuff, you know,
yeah, but then I got the urge to buy.
and then you gotta buy it.
But with the market, that's how I wish it would. Back to the market topic you asked. I just wish like everything plays out as it should be.
Yeah.
If the sneaker is limited, then market price I understand. But if it's like how you said earlier, you stated earlier, if it's over 1 million pairs, why is it 350 to $400?
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree with
That
that.
doesn't make sense. Like the Panda Dunks, which is the most generic sneaker in the world. A
It's a
lot of people
basic
hate it.
sneaker.
A
Everybody
lot of
has
people love it.
one.
You know what I mean? Everyone hates it. Everyone loves it. I think it's a good shoe for the community, and people hate the fact that I say that, and it's okay because for example, what's your favorite meal? Like your favorite dish in the whole world?
My favorite dish of all time, lasagna,
Yes,
probably.
fuck your lasagna, but that's your taste buds, right? That's
Exactly.
what you like.
And that's how shoes
That
are
is,
too.
but that's yeah, exactly. I love lasagna. Don't get me wrong. That's like one of my favorite top five Italian dishes. But at the end of the day, it's people today are so entitled to their own opinion that
Yeah,
they can't understand perspective and criticism.
I agree. Feedback and criticism is so,
Imagine if everyone like I'm not a politic guy. I'm not. I'm religious, but I'm not gung ho about it. You know what I mean? If
yeah,
you believe what you believe in, that's you. That's your belief.
yeah.
I'm not going to try to convert you to what I believe in. That's what how Panda Dunks are right now. But instead of trying to persuade them, it's like, yo, you're fucking trash. You're stupid. You're a dumbass. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you're wearing Panda Dunks. What?
It's their taste, you know. I totally agree with you, man.
It doesn't make sense because what happened if they're new to this? What happened if they're so brand new to this? Like that's the first thing they like. That's
Yeah.
the most generic. So to
It could be the first
today's
pair that got them into sneakers, right?
exactly like the Air Force. You know what an Air Force is,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like Exactly. White on whites. What I don't
Blacks.
know. The all black pair. I don't know what you guys just call them regular Air Forces over
We just
there,
call them
right?
forces, yeah.
Forces. Okay. That Forces is the OG Panda Dunk, but no one wants to admit it.
That is so true.
That nobody wants to admit it. That Panda Dunks is the category of Air Forces, Chucks, Vans, and Pandas. The four main of every generic person, even if they're a sneakerhead or not, right? They wear them.
Yeah.
But they don't. The other three don't get no fucking bullshit for it. They don't get ridiculed. They don't get yelled at. They don't get cursed the fuck out. They don't get
Yeah,
none of
why
that
do you
shit
think the pandas get so much heat? Like, how come they get
because
so ridiculed?
it was $100 shoe that went for 500.
Oh, so it was pretty much like buying $500 forces.
Yes, like
But
So
why did
no,
they do that? Why was it so expensive?
because resale during pandemic shot it all up. And that's the
Oh,
thing. That's why it goes back to a little bit back to why people don't like resellers. Resellers were selling white on whites for $80 to $100 on top
oh snap.
during pandemic. Like you could resell some Air Forces for like a buck 50 to 200 when they're only like 100 at the
Exactly.
exactly. So with Panda Dunks, it was like the quality is trash. It's so cheaply made. It's only 100 bucks, and you guys are paying five for this?
Oh my gosh. I did not even know it was like that. I just thought people
Yes.
hated on it because they were just hating on it. I didn't know it was
No,
because of
there's
that
some people do it too. People do that too.
Oh.
There's like people jump on the wave of disliking whatever sneaker it is, and that's
Whatever
how
the
it
hype
is.
is at the moment.
Yes, and that's what you call hypebeast. But to their to their how would I say this? To their for their like in their defense, it's like they have the knowledge to back it up, so people don't think twice. Like
Yeah.
for me, I can say like yo, this is a one-on-one pair, right? To you, wait,
Yeah.
my water bottle's in the way. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I can say this is one-on-one pair, okay?
Yeah.
To you, because you might not know what the hell it is. I could be bullshitting you right now.
You could sell it to me for 1,000 and I wouldn't even know.
Exactly. But these are hanguls, which is a Korean, the Korean language. This is a Korean Air Max One.
Oh,
Hangul.
snap.
Yeah. I'm not Korean. I just have it because it was a dope shoe. So I don't. So if anyone in out there, "Oh, but he's not Korean, so why? No, I wear what I like. I talk what I do. Like
Shoes have no race, viewers. Shoes have no
exactly.
race.
Trust me, bro. I used to get ridiculed a lot because people thought I was like I used to wear people think like I was like a different race than I am now. And I was like, bro, you guys are wild.
So
But yeah,
what do you think about the celebrity collaborations like when it comes to shoes like for example the Travis Scott's and all of this going on do you because I know a lot of people they're like hey whether it's Travis Scott or John Scott they don't care it's just if the shoe looks good it looks good and then other people are like hey even if the shoe is hella ugly just because it has a Travis name I'm gonna buy it right as a hype beast would probably do but what do you think about
uh,
these celebrity collaborations?
I'll say this. I'll say this to what you just said. That if it was, you said Travis Scott or John Scott.
Yeah.
If that shoe was just that, it would sell. Bull fucking shit. Okay. I'll say this. Anyone that said that is a Travis Scott dick rider. Okay. And there's
Oh
nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. If you like him and his music, by all means, I'm not hating on it. You know, but
yeah
for them to say that or think that, like, oh, even if there was no Travis Scott logo on it, I would no bullshit. You're buying it because it's like over $1,000 and some change, and you want to feel the hype. You want to feel validation.
they
You
just
want
want
to
to
feel
downplay it.
exactly. But I would say this: Travis Scott is literally the greatest currently sneaker collaborator. He is think about how many sneakers he's made in every single pair shown up, sold out, resell for high market pricing. You get
Yeah,
what I
because I
mean?
think isn't like I don't know the proper name, but the Travis Scott I think it's like a brown with the black Nike, like I think they're called the Cactus
Mocha
Jacks,
ones.
the Mocha
Mocha
ones. Yeah,
ones.
the Mocha ones. Those are going over like $1,000. Are
Yes.
they supposed to be like how much is retail and then how much are resellers?
So most shoes or retail, depending on the shoe, US dollar wise, 150 to 250, depending on the shoe. Okay.
Okay, so you'll
So
never see like Nike selling a $900 shoe like unless
no.
it's like a
Uh,
really crazy pair,
unless
but
it's Swarovski.
yeah, the one with
Swarovski.
the jewels, right? The gems or
Yes,
whatever. Yeah,
because they've done that before with like, but that's like charity work. They
yeah.
had like the Jordan 1 Dior's that was for like $2,000, I think,
Oh
or
yeah,
the Louis Vuittons
I've
Air
seen those
Forces.
too. Yeah,
Those were like around 2 to 250, 2.5 as well. You
yeah.
know what I mean? So like Nike never does market price. They actually claim they don't like it. They only do retail price and retail price only. And like as you can see, I'm a Nike fan. Most of my shoes are Nike, but I call bullshit. Um, at the end of the day, when it comes to Travis Scott, like I have to give his flowers when it comes to his sneaker collaborating skills. He is up there. If not, he is probably going to be one of the best of all times, like Mount Rushmore best of all times when it comes to sneaker collaborating.
Yeah,
You
because
know?
whenever I hear like Nike collaborations, Travis is definitely the one person that I always hear about. Like I don't
Yeah,
really hear about, there's no, Jay-Z collaboration or like of course you have the athletes who do it, but like Travis is not an athlete, right? He's a
yeah.
musician, he's an
He's
artist,
a
and
musician.
he has one of the greatest collaborations. So no, that totally makes sense. And just to kind
Wh-
of go back a little, so how do you balance being a person of the sneaker culture and business and family and things like that? Like as you said earlier, if push comes to shove, you'll sell all your sneakers to get out of
Yes.
a bad position. But um, like how do you balance it? Because I
What?
had a friend, well, he's still my buddy, but I had a friend who would wake up at 6 in the morning to hit up Foot Locker by 7 because they open at 10, right? So,
Hmm.
and it kind of, you know, wasted a lot of his time. Sometimes he wouldn't get the shoe. It kind of damaged his other relationships and so on. But how do you balance it?
You want to know the truth?
Yes, please.
How I balance it is
You're like, there's no
less
balance.
less sleep and support from your partner.
Perfect way of saying it.
I There will be no Fresh Philly 215 without my wife. And now here's why I say that. When I first got on TikTok, just as a person just scrolling at shit, trying to find something new during pandemic to watch, like just jokes and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was this sneakerhead that I did not like that kept on popping up on my feed. Cringy, bullshit, hyped up sneakers, full of shit, right? She said, "Why don't you make your own? Why don't you start making content so
Ooh.
you can attract people that you want?" Without her, I would never had started making videos, never had ideas of making this sneaker container wall.
So your wife was
Never
the
even,
motivation, the push
yes.
that is amazing.
If it wasn't for her, I always will, hands down, give her credit for Fresh Philly 215. Because Fresh Philly 215 was already a Facebook forum I had in Philly. I started that forum from around 1K to 25K with the members now.
Nice.
I'm not on it no more. But me and my best friend at the time in college started that shit. And it built like there's people who are there's one sneakerhead that shouted us out on one of his videos, and I was just geeking. I was so hyped. I was so excited. But how I balance out my life is because like I find time. I have a set schedule every single day on what to do when right before work. So at work, I'm working. When I get home, I'll try to add some things. So like for example, I just did this yesterday. I was up to 2 in the morning, right? Making content that will last me at least
Few weeks, few days.
almost a week. Seven
Nice.
Between 7 to 10. Because I only post once a day.
It's like batch making, right? Like you have your script already. You already know what you're
Yeah.
doing. It's just pretty
Yes.
much film, 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 and
Yeah.
you just have like a set of like 6 or 7 videos ready to go.
Yeah. Because each video I'll remember the topic. And here's the thing, I don't script anything. I literally just talk out my ass.
Not
Like
gonna lie,
everything's
I
off the
actually
fly.
like
Everything's off the fly.
when I listened to your podcast, I didn't see you looking at a script. I didn't see you, reading off of something. This was all
No.
just genuine knowledge, which is amazing.
The podcast, bro, what we do is so I have two co-hosts. I have both of my good friends, Nesto and Breon, right? Nesto was the first one to come on, but then since with life, like we get busy,
It gets in
so
the way, yeah.
I had a couple people join on, and then Breon, who's a good friend of mine, I asked him, "Yo, you want to be part of the pod? So you get 2 days, and Nesto get 2 days." And he said, "Yeah, I'm down. Like I would love to. It'll be a pleasure. It'll be
And
an
they're
honor."
similar to you, right? They're also sneaker culture. They're part of that
They're
world.
big. They're big in the sneaker culture. Um,
Nice.
Breon more so like he loves basketball sneakers in general.
Yeah.
Nesto loves Jordans in general. So that's more
So
the
everyone's kind of got their
demographics.
own kind of expertise.
Their their own main circle. Me, I just love everything. You might as well call me a man whore. I love everybody. You know what I
You're
mean?
not
I
picky.
love.
You're like, as long
I'm
as it
not
looks
picky,
good, feels good,
bro.
I'm good with it.
Bro, as no, as long as it looks good, I'm fine with it.
So what do you think about a lot of sneakerheads in the technology world? Like, for example, I don't know if this is right or wrong or if it's true or not, but what
Uh-huh.
I think of sneakerheads or people in the sneaker culture or even in the hype culture, I think of them as like people between maybe 18 to 35, maybe 40. They're into technology, they're into gadgets. Probably a lot of them are into crypto as well. So I guess my question is there like a relationship between people in the sneaker culture and people in cryptocurrency?
Yes.
Like, yeah, because I know a lot of people actually buy sneakers as well
Mm,
through crypto. So
yes,
yeah, so talk like, do you have any crypto or like, do you know people who are heavy
I
into
do.
that?
I have a couple friends that are into cryptocurrency. Um, they used to be sneaker NFTs.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
So that's how I know a little bit more about cryptocurrency and NFTs. Now with me, I personally never dabbled in any of it. I always watched it from afar. A
Yeah.
spectator. I was the bench warmer, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool just to understand
You
what
just
it
want to see
was.
what was going on. Yeah.
Yes, like with Bitcoin and everything. But like sneakers and cryptocurrency is the same. And I'm just being realistic here. And people say, "Oh, it's not. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're wrong." Bull fucking shit. Because think of it like this. All right, let me throw another shoe out here for you, so your viewers can. I bet right here. Let's say this is a Bitcoin right here, but this is a white Jordan 4. Okay,
Yeah.
if this goes up 5 grand today, you holding or you selling?
Me personally, if I know it's gonna continue going, I might
Mm.
continue holding, but 5 grand, I'm gonna sell.
But you don't know if it's not
That's
right.
the thing. I wouldn't know. Yeah.
Think of this as the actual Bitcoin. Now, vice versa, throw it as a shoe. Whites and
Oh,
F4s. It's the same concept. Because if you look on StockX, they have that graph that goes up and down when it sells or when it doesn't.
high
So you
times
got
and low times. Yeah.
exactly high price within the 12-month span, low pay in the 12-month span. You know what I mean? People, the only difference is we call it crypto, or you call it crypto, I'm sorry, and we call it sneakers. And I understand why people don't like crypto. You already know the typical, oh,
It's a
it's not real.
trap. It's
Yeah,
yeah. You can't hold
I
it. You
get it.
can't touch it. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. But you can't touch your debit card cash money either.
Exactly.
But people are like, oh, but you can't do it. I'm like, but think of it like this. Let's say you have your crypto wallet, right? Your wallet. Transfer it to PayPal. PayPal transfer it to your bank account. Am I wrong or am I right?
That's exactly it.
So, and then when you go to your bank, you can take out the money, right? Yes or no?
Exactly. So it becomes something you can't touch to something that you eventually can touch.
I'm just saying in simpler terms because I can understand the finance and the money perspective when it comes to both ends. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly. No,
Because at
you
the
know
end of the
what?
day, I'm
That's a
all about
great
money.
analogy.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So like I know sneakerheads who dislike crypto with a passion. You know what I mean? I see people who I follow who talk about crypto like, oh yeah, here. My thing is not for me,
Yeah,
but I understand it. But just I understand it to a certain extent to where I don't understand the way you do, but at least I'm self-aware of what it is. And and that's it.
and that's what it is, right? As long as you know what's up, right? Like for
Yeah.
example, like crypto in itself. Me personally, I'm not gonna lie, but I only got into crypto maybe about 2 years ago because
Okay.
before that, same rumors and gossip, right? It's gonna tank. It's not something real. You can't touch it. How do you know if it's going to where you need it to go to? These wallets are confusing. These key codes are confusing. So
It
I
is
never,
kind of confusing. I
yeah,
understand that
like I
part
never
though.
got into crypto literally until like the pandemic happened and we had nothing to do but sit at home and do stuff, right? But
Yo,
and I don't blame those people because even now, like yeah, I might dabble here and there with crypto, but I'm still kind of on the edge. I'm not putting my all into it. I'm still watching it
mm,
as a cheerleader sometimes, but no, that's a great analogy with shoes because you don't know if it's gonna go up or go down. It's all about, Are people gonna buy? What's the market looking like? And you know what? I actually love that about StockX having that graph of low times and high times, because you're able to see when is a good time of the year to sell, when is a good time to buy, and so on. And so I love the way that you're taking your shoes out of your cupboard. I don't know what they call it, a shoe store. What do you call it?
Sneaker container.
Sneaker container. But what would you say is like your top three sneak? You don't have to show us the expensive ones, but just the top three that you love, that you're proud
Sentimental.
of buying. Yeah, like
Senti-
sentimental things that you really, really love. Your top three sneakers, if you would.
All right, I'm gonna go one by one. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thank you.
In no particular order. These
Oh,
are
those are nice.
these are Nike by You, which is basically made from Nike. You go on their website and you get to customize your shoe, build it, right?
Oh,
These are I call these Rondas. As you can see, R2. Oh, I'm sorry. You see
our
the day?
2017.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the day. That's the year I got my dog, right?
Oh, did you customize that? You added
For
that on too?
yeah,
Oh, that's
and
so
then
cool.
my last name, which is the end, and then 2022 is the year she passed away. So these
Oh,
are commemorating, like these are to remember her because these she was a pit bull with these colors. She was gray, black,
wow.
sail, and white. Like she had four coats on her. That
That
was
is so
my pit bull.
sentimental.
Yeah, so that's number one right here. Like for me,
You're never
these
selling, you're never throwing
I'm
those
not selling
out.
these at all. These I'll never
Never.
sell. This is one of the shoes I'll never sell, right? But other stuff I will. I'll do in a heartbeat if I have to. But this, so these are also the shoes that I would never sell either. Um, where is the shoe? Oh, here it is. Found it. Air Max One Nike
Oh, those are
Nike Pattern
different.
Monarchs blue patterns. These are a Christmas gift from my wife.
Those are
So
nice.
I would never sell these.
Have you worn those yet or not yet? Do you wear all your shoes, or are there some that are like never worn?
I was hoping you would ask at least so 80% are worn, 20% aren't.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
And it's like I try to have time. I wore these once, right, as you can see.
Yeah.
I wore these once on Christmas Eve, and that was it. Like literally.
As soon as you got
And
it as a gift, you opened up
so
that
no, no,
box.
no. I waited till the next year.
OMG.
Yeah. So on Christmas Day, I wore this. On Christmas Eve, I mean, on Christmas Day, I got these. But on next year, the following Christmas of the following year, I wore them on Christmas Eve.
So you never wore it for a whole year.
Yes. It takes me like a year to wear my shoes, bro. Like it's ridiculous. Um, and then another shoe I would say sentimental to me, and it's because it's a gift. And I know when he sees this, he's a good friend of mine. You know what I mean?
That's good.
It's my co-host, my brother Breon. He got me this for Christmas,
Oh, nice.
and
What are those called?
pine greens, Jordan One
Pine
pine greens.
greens.
Yeah,
Those are
because
nice.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Philly
So go
Eagles,
Birds,
nice.
go Birds. I had to put that in there. Go Birds. He bought these for me for Christmas, and I was very shocked. You know what I mean? I was kind of upset a little bit because I told him not to buy me anything. I'm not used to getting gifts like this. You know what I mean? I'm
Is that
not
like a
custom.
expensive pair? Like, is that
Um,
exclusive pair or is
it's
it
not exclusive, but it's the fact I didn't want him to waste money.
oh, true.
But it's the fact that he knew I wanted these. He thought about it. You know what I mean? He thought
Yeah.
about me, and that's the
He didn't just
that's
give you a
what
gift
made.
card. He actually went and
Nah,
bought you
like he could have
something.
just got me boxers and socks, and I've been happy, bro. Like honestly, deodorant, toothpaste. I'll be happy with some toothpaste too, bro. Like
Yeah.
because I'm gonna use it. You know what I
Call some
mean,
socks and we're good.
bro? But he told me we are talking about it, and it was like, yeah, man, like you talked about it. Like, bro, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the love. Because like he noticed like the gifts that I was getting him too, like some pairs of shoes for the gym, some clothes for the gym, um, other stuff too. Like it was just like I was like socks for the gym. Like I told him like things that I know he'll like. That's
Yeah.
the type of person like it could be like like those gag type of gifts for Christmas.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. I do something that I know you'll like because he's a he's a he's a gaming person. He likes comic books. He likes cartoons, stuff like that. He's a
So
good
you
guy.
know him well enough that you know if you got him a gift, you know exactly
Yeah,
what he would
yeah,
like.
yeah.
And so, like, with your collection that you have, what type of like, how do you add shoes to your collection? Like, what criterias do you use? Do you just say, I like it, I'm gonna buy it, or is it like you also do a little bit of research, you look into the shoe a little bit deeper? Because you have a lot of shoes. So, like, how do you add them to your collection?
If I like it and I can afford it, I buy it. It's
Very
simple as
simple.
very. If I like it, I can afford it, I'll buy it. That's it.
That's perfect. So so then realistically, you're not really a hype beast. Then you're not someone that just, oh, it's
No,
900 bucks, I'm gonna buy it so I can flip it for 12.
no. I no, but here's the thing. I do buy shoes just to flip. I'm not going to deny that.
But that's not like your
Pe-
full-time thing. Like
no,
that's not your passion.
it
Like, yeah,
it's it's if I can get it, I get it, and if I can flip it, I'll flip it. Like if don't get me wrong, if I got these for retail, right, and they're going for 5 grand right now, or like a grand, best believe I'm flipping this shit, no matter how much I like it. You know what I like better? Money. You know what likes
100%.
money? Bills. Like like I'm not gonna I'm not
Limit
gonna sit.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like no. Like for example, if I sell this for a grand, like it could be like, oh, but you like, isn't that? Don't you want the shoe? I'm like, I also like my lights and my essential air to be on too. You know,
exactly.
like I'm just saying.
You want lights in your house.
Exactly. I'm just saying. Like I'm not gonna sit there and debate if I should sell a certain shoe. There's some like when it came my Grails of Grails, I had them. I sold them this year. You can look it up. Nike SB Heinekens. I had them. You can look at my old videos. You'll see them up there. They got replaced with a different pair of Grails I have currently right now. I sold them because I know I can't wear them. They're a trophy shoe now. But I sold them. I got a good penny off of it, but I
Nice.
sold it.
Yeah.
People are like, but that's your Grail. How could you? Yes, I was sad for like at least 2, 3 weeks after I sold that shoe. I will admit to that.
But it had to
I
be
will.
done.
I can't wear it. What I'm gonna do? Just have it sit around and just show it off to the viewers? Yeah, but how many times can I really do that until that makes me money?
Yeah, you're pretty much sitting with something that can pretty much make your life a little bit easier, but
Exactly.
instead it's kind of like a trophy, as you said.
Yeah.
And personally, yeah, I totally agree with you. I wouldn't, unless you got a really good price on it,
Uh-huh.
might as well sell it, you know.
Yeah.
And
No,
so and so when you like you take really good care of your shoes. I mean, you call the sneaker closet. What did you call it?
what
The
container sneaker
sneaker
container.
container. So you have a sneaker
Yeah.
container and everything. And
Yeah.
also, I know you are sponsored by Rejuvenator.
So with Rejuvenator, they reached out to me, which I felt like I was so hyped when they reached out to me.
Oh, that's an
I was
honor.
I was like, no way. I ain't gonna lie. I even told him on the call with them. I was like, I thought you guys were. It was a fake page at first because I didn't believe it at first. You know what I mean? I was like too. Like I was at work. I'm like, no fucking
You're
way.
like, is this a spam?
Yeah. Is this a scam? Like, there's no fucking way. And when they sent me the link, it was the actual website. I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like I was because this brand I've been using it since they came out. You know what I mean? Like so
You went from being a fan to being an actual affiliate.
yeah, like I was like, I'm in their program. I'm like, bet I am. I made it because the goal originally was let's see if I can get a sneaker cleaner deal, right?
Yeah.
Or like be part of the program, right? It happened. I'm like, all right, let's see now what can I do now. Now the next goal for me personally is let's see if I can get a deal or like sponsored by a sneaker convention, right?
Ooh,
And build my
nice.
way up. But that's not about that. It's about Rejuvenator. Rejuvenator is literally on the Forbes list. You can look it up. They're number 1 on the Forbes list when it comes to sneaker cleaning products. You know, we have cleaning solution. We have mink oil, which protects and hydrates the leather, the suede, the nubuck. All right. We also have water repellent spray. You know, we have suede erasers and suede brush to fix the suede.
So it's like
You
a
know what I
whole
mean?
kit.
It's a whole kit. We also have this is one of the newest brands we have items, not brands, newest items that we received or are on sale right now are power pads. And this is like a quick to go item where you just squeeze put in water, squeeze out the excess water, and start scrubbing away by using the pads. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, and we also have like soft, medium, stiff bristle brush to hit certain parts of the sneaker. Like a stiff brush will be for the bottom sole, and the medium will be like hard stains. Soft is for like the soft materials. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like where's do I have it right here? I guess I put it somewhere. I'll look for it later. But there's the product itself speaks for itself. Like I start using the brand, like I said, years and years before I was even part of the team, the program
And you
team.
still and you still believe in the product as well. Like it's
Yeah,
still an amazing product.
I wouldn't be using it if I didn't. I wouldn't be promoting it if I didn't believe in it.
No, that is amazing because
Mhm.
the traditional way of me cleaning my shoe was just, toothpaste, baking soda,
And
some water and a
that's
toothbrush.
understandable. Like today, I have a video. I have two videos coming up soon that I use as an example of why you should buy a Rejuvenator, and use my promo code FreshPhilly215.
Fresh Philly 215, everyone. I'm actually gonna put it in the description box. So if you want an awesome deal on a Rejuvenator, click on the link and definitely Fresh Philly will hook you up.
You get you get like 10% off. So like here's another shoe yesterday. I'm not done cleaning it yet, but as you can see, the tongue is still a little yellowy, right?
Yeah.
But you see that? All white. It was nothing but black scum and no white touch-ups needed. No white touch-ups needed. All you need was the cleaning solution, some water, and those three brushes I stated earlier. Soft, medium, stiff.
And the kit comes with everything that you need, right?
Yes,
Are there
yes.
different kits or is it just one
There's
kit and
there's
that's
three type of kits. There's like the normal, medium, and then there's the the expensive one. The expensive one, it's worth it, right? It's worth it
yeah. Because I
because
mean,
at the
if
end
this is
of
an
the day,
investment, right? Like, I mean, if you think about it, from a stock perspective, for example, you're not just gonna buy something in January and not even take a look at it until
exactly.
a few years, right? You gotta
Mhm.
every month look at it, what's going on, can I change something? So I think with sneakers it's the same, right?
Yeah,
If you're invested, a few $100s into something, why not spend a few more dollars to make sure that your investment stays investable, right? You don't want
yeah,
because I've seen a lot of videos where people will hold shoes down for like 2-3 years, and all of a
mm,
sudden it starts breaking down,
mm,
and I'm like, damn, that sucks because obviously they didn't take care of it, they didn't clean it properly, they didn't put it in a nice non-humid kind of area.
mm.
I think it's important. So that is amazing. So what is you said you want to do shoe conventions, right? Like that might
Yeah,
be your next goal, like for
yeah.
sponsorships.
For sponsorships, like I want to be able to work with like sneaker companies, like as in like stores, retail stores. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then also with conventions. Like I want to be, oh, such and such is coming today. Stop by. Like I want to be a reason why people are going to the sneaker conventions. You
Yeah.
know,
Is there
because
any
I want to
conventions
be.
coming up in Philly right now?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
Because there was a couple recently in July, but I wasn't able to go due to work scheduling. But
Are these
it's
are
like
these conventions just pretty much put on by small companies and they're like, okay, let's do a convention, or is it actually
I would
sponsored by like Nike and
no
Adidas and the bigger
independent company.
companies? It's very independent.
And
Okay.
yeah, so yet this one thing, there's Nike and stuff is retail, right?
Yeah.
They don't really like market price people, resellers. Like I said earlier, they claim they don't, but I feel like it's they're not trying hard enough because there's bots and there's backdooring all that crap.
Yeah, can you talk more about the bots? You were telling me earlier, which
Hmm.
was brand new news to me
Yeah,
about it, but can you talk more about it?
like the bots. When it comes to bots, it's like you pay to use this program to guarantee you a pair.
It's a full
You know,
100% guarantee,
a
or like
higher chance,
90% or something.
like
Okay.
90%. That's how it was back then. Now I'm not sure, so do not quote me on that. So I'm basing it off of my experience and my knowledge that was years prior. So
And
I
what happens?
knew,
So whenever a drop happens, the bots
yeah,
just boom, buy it all,
yeah,
regardless of price. They're not looking at price. They're just buy, buy,
yeah.
buy, and
Bye,
then
bye,
let the
bye, bye.
human deal with it after.
Yes. So they
Oh,
actually did that with a sneaker uh what's his name, J Balvin's, and
He's the
his
Latin musician, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he did a trick. So all the bots were charged 2,000. Like I think I forgot the price, but it was like 225K
Oh,
per
wow.
sneaker. Because how bots work is they automatically put in your info, automatically put in your card info, charge, submit. They don't check pricing. They don't do nothing.
So what do you get with that 25? Like, do you get like 100 pairs of shoes, or is it just like one or
No,
two share
one
shoes?
shoe was
What?
25 grand. That's how
OMG.
they that's how they were trying to fuck up the bots. Because mind you, if I'm online trying to buy a pair of sneakers,
Yeah.
the bot is going to help me put all the info, saves me so much time. Boom.
Easily, yeah.
They're not going. The bot is not going to tell me how much the shoe costs because in my head, you already know the shoe costs like $200.
They're just buying it. Yeah.
But at that time, to knock out the bots, those shoes, if you were a bot, it will charge you automatic 25 grand. Of course, though, that customer got his money back. Like, it didn't go through.
Yeah, they just didn't want the bots buying it.
Yeah, so they got scared and they pulled back, and it was so funny. But
Oh
back then,
man.
the way bots were was like you would have to pay, like I either you buy the bot or you rent the bot, right? And you basically, let's say I have the bot and you want to rent from me. All right, give
Yeah.
me 100, give me $50. Boom, 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 boom. But not every single slot is going to guarantee you every single pair. It's going to guarantee you a chance
A
because all
much
your
better
info
chance
is
without a bot. Yeah.
exactly all your info is right there. Boom, 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 and it just shoots every single thing out, and you get the pair of sneakers. Let's say you do 20 slots, you might only get 10. But here's the thing: regardless of you getting 10 or 20, you're still paying as if you got 20.
So it's kind of like a lottery, pretty much. Like, you
Yes,
might buy a $10 scratch card, but you may win, you may not win. But at the end of the day, you
exactly.
still paid for it.
Yes.
Oh man, that's actually a wild world.
That the reason why I know about this because my coworker, when I used to work at this job at the time, his little brother was doing it, and every single fucking day, every Saturday, he will come with, bro. You should try the bots, man. Try the bots, bro. I'm like, yo, fuck out my face, man. I don't want to do that bot shit.
That is
That's not genuine
hilarious.
because I'm not paying extra $50 to $100 just to guarantee what. If I can't get the sneaker, that's okay because
Yeah,
I'll go to the next shoe.
exactly. I mean, that's an expensive I mean, risk that you're taking
It's
because
like
you could
it's like
possibly
what
get it
Gucci
or
Man.
not.
It's like what Gucci Man said in one of his videos. Girls are like buses. Next one coming. 5 minutes. Next one coming.
Well,
I'm
I
not.
mean,
It's a joke. It's a
no, I
joke.
know,
It's
but
a joke.
that's
To
exactly
anyone
what
out there, it's a joke. All
no,
right.
that's exactly what Nike's doing, right? Like every few years they're re-releasing it. So even if you
Yes.
don't get the drop, in 2024, you might get it
Mhm.
in 2026. Um,
Perfect example right here. Where's the shoe? Because you just said that. You just said every couple of years.
yeah,
This came out in 17. Black Cement threes. Okay.
2017.
I have the '08 pair, the 2012 pair, 2017 pair. They're coming out again this year.
Is it the same colorway, same everything? Like what
Same
makes it
color.
different?
So, okay, so this one has the Nike Air on the back. Okay, the 2017 pair. All
Yeah.
right. Let me show you the other two. Um, this one has just Jumpman Air on the back, and this is the
Oh, so it's
2012
like
pair.
little details.
Little details. And then the other one I can't show you because it's all the way down there. I don't want to waste your time.
Oh,
It's
no
the
worries.
same. It's the same thing as the one I just showed you with the Nike Air on the back.
Yeah.
But on the insole, there's a CDP pack patch on in the insole. That's it. That's it. But the one that's releasing this year is considered the reimagined Black Cement threes. So they're trying to make the shoe look similar to how it was released back
Back
in
in
the
the
day.
days.
Yes.
Oh. So what are some of your upcoming sneakers that you're excited about? Are these also one of them? Because
Uh
on
not as
Instagram, I
much.
just see like, March 2025, this is coming
Yeah.
out, this is coming out, this is coming out. So what are some of the upcoming sneakers that are coming out that you're more excited about? Or that you want to get? Like you're like, it's on
Like
your priority list.
Just only one sneaker, only one sneaker right now, and it's the Jordan 4 undefeateds. They, it's so rare that shoe goes for like 25 grand to
Oh,
40 grand.
snap.
Yes,
And would
it
they
was
sell that at retail for like $200 or?
$200 because that's market price.
Yeah.
It's it's what our dumbasses as sneakerheads are willing to pay.
And how are you gonna get that? Are you gonna wait in line, or like is it
Uh,
online based or raffle based
it's
or?
I'm gonna go for every raffle, every online base. If there's local, I'm buying it local. Like, but here's the thing: it's rumored to be released next year. The only reason why I'm confident in it, at least 90%, because this is guy on IG called Z Sneakerheads, right?
Yeah.
He all his info is 100%.
Is he like an insider? Like, does he work for them or?
I don't know. That's his. I don't know how he gets the info,
So he's
but
been hitting all these years. Like,
it's been like that. If you want to know what shoes coming out next year, you follow his page and you fucking know.
what's his page again? Can you say it again?
Z Sneakerheads, like
The
letter
letter
Z,
the letter
like
Z
zebra.
sneakerheads.
Z, yeah. And
Perfect.
he
I'll put
gets
that in my description. Everyone check it out. If you're a sneakerhead, get your sneakers on.
like his info is ridiculous. He's always on point. It's never bullshit, and it's like it's just crazy. But that shoe is like one of my grails of grails because one, the shoe is just so beautiful. I even if I had that type of money, I probably would never spend that type of money because like unless I'm like a bill, like if my net worth has to be like 800 million for even for me to buy something, because that'd be like $5 to us. You know what I mean?
Exactly. A 25K shoe. Yeah, that's like
Yeah,
pennies.
yeah. Like that's oh, that's cute. You know what I mean? But
Well, you
that's
know
not the
what? When you
case.
do get it, please let me know. I want you to do an unboxing on this
Yeah,
channel.
I
That'll be
got you.
amazing.
I
Um,
That's the thing. Like I want to do that one. Like I want to get that shoe. That's the only shoe I'm prioritizing right now.
do
Until
it. Do it. What's it called
that's
again? Maybe I might see it on my side as well.
Jordan 4 undefeateds.
The four undefeateds. All right. What
Yeah.
color is it coming in multiple colorways or is it just one
No, so it's
colorway
just
coming
one.
out?
It's one. It's multiple colorways on the shoe. So it's like an orange, white, black, and like a forest army green.
Okay, sweet. I'm actually gonna be on the lookout
If
for
you
that.
if you if you look it up, you'll be like, okay, that look, you might like it. I One of my personal friends, Nesto, he thinks it's like I'm like, he's like, I'm not even gonna go for it. I'm like, bro, you better go for it for my size. You go in it for my size. But I know the shoe is not gonna be the same as the original. Because
Yeah.
there's two releases. There was the original release to the public, right? But that was like only supposedly because it was after
When was that?
the 72-10 record for I said about Michael Jordan. That's why it was undefeated. That's the
Oh.
purpose. But they Nike made or Jordan made another one in like 2016, 2017, but it was for friends and families only, right?
Ah, yeah, and it's probably
So there's
numbered. It probably had a
yeah,
name and stuff.
maybe, but you can tell the difference. There's the 2016, 2017 pair has a darker green, like a foresty green to it, compared to the older pair where it's like, of course it's older, it's like ashy green now. You know what I mean?
It's
So
literally
like
like the subtle details, right?
yes, that you could just tell like details means everything. Like for us, like as sneakerheads, like you can make a shoe and one thing is off and it just pisses everybody off. Like it's like
Yeah.
a little. Imagine having a little dot right there on your like favorite shirt, and you know it's there.
OMG. Yeah, that is the worst.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? Like that's actually really cool that you have, your sights set on a certain shoe that is coming out because it just makes it easier for you to hunt it down, right? Like you're not worried about 10 different shoes. You're like, okay, that's my focus. I'm gonna go for that.
Like it's just because that for next year, that's the only priority I want.
Well, you
Like
know what? I have
that's just how I
mad
am right
faith
now.
that you will get it.
I pray. I pray.
And so you were telling me about your buddies and you started a podcast. So what inspired you to start a podcast? Because I don't really see, I'm always on social media, but I don't really see sneakerheads have a podcast. You'd have like cool culture, hype beast
Uh,
people that have, podcasts, but what inspired you or what made you want to start a podcast?
Opportunity to make money.
Hey man,
To be
podcasts
honest,
make good money.
I don't make money off that thing. That's the thing. I don't because it's
But you
just
will soon. You will soon, right?
it. No, that's the thing. I hope so. But that at the
Yeah.
end of the day, I have a fan following for that podcast, and I'm thankful for every single one of them that listens, that follows, that shares. You know what I mean? And
And where can
this
they find your podcast? Is it on Spotify? Is it on
Spotify and Apple is literally Fresh Talks, and that's it.
Fresh Talks? Perfect
Fresh
name.
Talk. Phresh Talks. That's it.
I'm gonna
So
have
like
that in the description so everyone can check it out as well.
I appreciate that. Yeah, but I didn't know because at first it took me like a whole 2 days to figure out. Like, no, not a whole day to be precise. I'm like, what should I name the podcast? You know what I mean? I can't put because at the time, like, I don't like Fresh Philly, fresh things. I'm like, I'm thinking like everything. You know what I mean? I'm like, huh, Fresh Talks. We can talk about sneakers. We can talk about whatever the hell we want,
It's
how,
exactly.
however we want, within reason. Like, so if people don't understand because I don't do videos for it, right? I just do vocals. That's it
Yeah.
for it. It's Asian guy, black guy, Mexican guy. We take jabs at each other's ethnicities because it's how we joke around.
Hey, it's
It's how
awesome. Yeah.
it's how guys are. And you if anyone's out there that say they don't, I call bullshit. Every
I
guy
agree. Every guy
makes
has it.
fun of every guy in their circle. You could be anything, and they'll just find a joke just to bust your balls, right or
Exactly.
wrong. So we do that
100%.
on there, but within reason. We joke about certain things, and then we talk about random things about food, about life, about what's going on within our week, and then we talk about sneakers and the topic of discussions. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
after this, I'm actually going to be recording later today because on we record every Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, depending on our schedule, and
Yeah.
then it's released on Wednesdays at 6 a.m. for free on Spotify and Apple.
No,
Like we don't
that
charge nobody for it, but I know you have to pay for uh for Spotify. I think it's free on Spotify. It
yeah,
should be free on
Spotify is
Spotify.
free. Yeah, Spotify is
Yeah,
free. And you know what? That's amazing because honestly, the more you branch out, especially if you have a
yeah,
passion, you're an expert in a certain field, why not inform others? Like, I mean, I'm sure many of the people who listen to you on your podcast can relate to it, right? Whether it's
yeah,
sneakers, whether it's clothing, whether it's society, whether it's
yeah.
boys being boys, right? It's like whatever, right? It's like a little getaway from listening to the mundane mainstream that we usually hear. And so, uh, what would you like to see your podcast become? Like, do you want it to become something that is just you and your two buddies, or do you want to expand it to a point where, you're doing interviews with some guy in Australia and he's a sneakerhead or something? Like, how would you want your
Interview,
podcast to evolve?
interview. Like I want to be able to have three of us and a guest. You know what I mean? But to be honest, I don't have that type of money for that setup yet. So that's why I flip flop between certain people. Like if my one of my first interviewers on my guest, I had Soli Natty, shout out to her. I went to her store, and if you look at the video when I posted it, the clips, you see my phone plugged in with an adapter into a mic, and we're talking between the table. That's it. I'm simple. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I don't make money off it, so I have to play and work within my
It's all your
budget.
personal money. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like everyone that's been on, I treated them out to something to eat. That's like I can't pay you. I can only feed you. I fed Soli Natty. I fed I'm in vibes. I fed my homie PD Dom. I feed my co-host as well. So it's like I do what I can because like some people want money out of it. So like like for me, I just want to give them something for their time. You know what I mean? Well, like that's how I am. But like my homies, they don't do it. Like sometimes they don't want. They're like, I'm good, bro. Like no, let's go eat. Or like I'll make them food at home, and I'll
Yeah.
put it in Tupperware, and they'll just take it home to eat for dinner.
100%. I mean, yo, that's what we
Because
have to do.
I
Like,
can't pay my guests, bro. I can't. Like it's not in my budget. I can't say.
Honestly, that's what we have to do as we start off, you know? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
maybe in a few years when, both our pages are hitting the 100,000 subscriber,
I
level,
wish.
then yeah, we can
I
start
hope so.
putting out cash. But for now, like, I mean, my team is like me and two other guys as well, and I got
Uh,
one editor and one person who does like the marketing and whatnot, and I don't give them cash. You just gotta, we work together, right? Like,
yeah,
say for example, I do get a sponsorship and I get $100. Guess what? We're splitting it three ways. It's not a
yeah,
one-man team. So I'm sure, same with you. I'm sure if you got a sponsorship for your podcast and they gave you $100, I'm sure you'll split it among the other
yeah.
guys too, right? So like, it's part of the game of business. And so if you wanted to give someone advice who is starting off in this sneaker reselling or sneaker collecting or just becoming a sneakerhead, because I know a lot of people when they watch this video, it might be the first time they watch me, it might be the first time they watch you, but they tuned in because it's a sneaker video. They could be, as you said, 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. So how can someone start in the sneaker game? Like you got your first shoe from, sentimental reasons, but say
Yeah.
you're just a little boy named John and he's like, Mom, I want to become a sneakerhead. I want to be a reseller. What advice will be the first few things that they should do?
Good grades. Because if you get good grades, your parents are gonna buy you with a fuck you.
Hey,
Let's
you
be
know what?
real.
That's actually such a solid point. It's like get the good grades and get your first pair to resell.
Like if you want, because nowadays you see videos of these kids who are like 8 to 10, 12, 13, like great, like from like second grade to third to eighth grade, kids walking around with their parents, right? Being supervised, reselling shoes. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. And because when I was at their age, I'm busy playing video games,
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, just having enjoying my childhood basically.
Not even thinking about business or flipping or
I'm
anything
not.
like that.
Mommy, I need $5. Mommy, I want $1 for the poppy shop. Mommy, I'm hungry. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, not
That's
mom. Hey,
all I
let's go to
did.
Foot Locker and spend 300 on something.
Exactly. But to the younger generation, don't be scared in buying in what you want to wear and like. I understand when it comes to your age group, you guys get ridiculed the most because you want to fit in. You're still finding yourself.
Yeah.
I get that. I understand. I was there. You want to be part of the cool crew. You want to be the cool crew. You want to be accepted. I get it. But let's say, for example, if you like these shoes right here, I'll show you. I'm a grown ass man, bro. And now I got Hello Kitties.
Yo, those are fire. Oh,
You know what I
Hello
mean?
Kitties. Yo, I saw Crocs like that. I was gonna get them. But hey,
You know what I mean?
that is amazing. And so what would you do?
Prestos.
Like, do you wear these or are these more of like a collectible?
Oh, I'm aware of them. Every shoe. I grant, even though the other 20% my shoes I haven't worn yet, I'm aware of sooner or later.
So the
I'm
20% that
aware.
you don't wear, is it? Oh, so you are gonna eventually wear them. Okay.
Yeah, I'm aware of them. It's like there's only one shoe that's collector's piece, and that's the shoe I showed you, the Nike Air
Yeah.
Revolution. Other than that, every other shoe I'm gonna still wear it.
Okay,
Unless it's too
sweet.
old. Unless it's too old, then I get it. I'll hold on to it or whatever. But until then, everything I have, I'm gonna do my best to wear it. But back to the main topic you asked, to the younger generation, wear what you like. Fuck what anyone thinks about what you have on. At the end of the day, you're the one that spent the money. You're the one that's wearing it. You're the one that wanted to buy it. Why should Steven ridicule you and have a say in what you have on feet?
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I
I'm just
agree.
saying Steven as an example for the name for John. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
of course, of course.
So it's like I I used to get bullied as a kid for having the most shittiest shoes, dirtiest shoes, uncool, unpopulated shoes. My shoes were always Payless. You know what I mean? Because that's all we can afford, and that's fine. As a kid, it hurt, but now I get older. Like, all right, my mama did the best she could. Like, what do you want me to say?
Exactly, because you start relating to it too now, looking back on it. You're like, hey,
Yeah.
my kids are gonna get Payless and Walmart shoes too. Like, you don't want your kid
Oh, we don't
running
have
around.
Payless over here no more.
Oh,
Yeah, but my
we're
son
still
he
Payless
gets
over here.
we get Ross and stuff because and then like he's growing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to remember your parents are not gonna buy you every single shoe you want because remember you're growing. your feet are gonna grow.
In a few
They're not
months, you're
gonna
gonna throw them
waste.
out. Yeah,
They're not gonna waste like $200 on a pair of size 4Y, knowing damn well probably next year it'll be a 5Y. What, you gonna
exactly.
squeeze your big feet in those small ass shoes? No. So it's like it's give and take. So you're gonna have to roll with the punches. Most likely, if your parents are smart financially or has or smart in general, they'll probably buy you the discounted stuff for now
Of course.
because it makes more sense financially and just in general.
I
Why
mean,
buy
you're wearing
full
it to
price shoes?
recess. You're gonna be in the mud. Your feet's gonna grow in like every 6 months. You're growing
Let me
a
show
new
you.
shoe size.
Let me show you. Is it in here? It's right here. I kept some of my son's shoes. All right, the Jordan box. This was a size 8C. Retail was $60.
Yeah, exactly. See, it ends up like, going outside, running around in the playground.
But I kept them because
It's
these were the first
sentimental.
shoes I bought him. You know what I mean?
And then when he gets
So
older, you give it to him and he can,
yeah,
hold on to it as well.
these, the Hirachis,
Oh, those are nice.
I just cleaned them up. These were dirty as hell. Like
They
I
look fresh
literally,
right now.
yeah, but the only thing that's dirty is the bottom, of course. But overall, you see everything is all white. Think about it. Oh, a kid wearing white shoes. That's
That's
like
a
a nightmare.
that it won't even last a week.
It didn't. It didn't, bro. It didn't. But yeah, like it's like it I've learned so as a parent, I only buy my kids shoes that are on sale because I know they're gonna grow out of it sooner or later. Of course, I buy a size, a little half size up or a whole size up to give
Yeah,
them some room just in case. Because why he grows a growth spurt again in like a week and next thing, boom, like fuck,
exactly.
I just wasted money. You know what I mean? But that's just me. That's my perspective. So if you want shoes or to from your parents, either get good grades so they can pay for it for you. So they have no reason to deny, oh, mommy, I'm getting good grades. Like you asked, can I please get a pair of shoes or a new pair of shoes that I want? Or, you know, get a part-time job. If you're old enough, get working permits and do that. Cause that's what I did when I was in high school. You know what I mean? I had no choice. I worked my ass off to get a couple pair of shoes here and there and it ran off with it.
And you know what? That's how it's done. Like literally your advice on literally getting good grades. I have never heard of that in my life before, but you know what? That is the most realistic thing for a kid. Like if
It
you're 12
is.
years old, you're not gonna get a job. If you do, chores, errands, great, but
Yes.
I think grades is literally the number one way for a kid to get his first pair that if he wants to get into that world because
Yeah.
it, I don't have children, but I'm sure if my son or my daughter said, "Hey, Dad, I want this pair of shoes," I'm like, "Okay, show me your marks." Right? That's
Yeah.
exactly how it is.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good point. So, hey, young viewers or even older viewers, if you're in university or college and your parents are still giving you money because you got a good
Exactly.
grade, hey, go for it. So Fresh, this has been such an amazing interview. You have given us so much. Honestly, I think I'm walking away from this interview with so much sneaker knowledge that I might hit a Foot Locker this week and be like, "Hey guys, I know something about something now."
Yeah. Well,
No,
no,
I
thank you for
really
having me. Thank
Hey,
you for
no
having me.
problem at all. And viewers, this is not the only time you're going to see Fresh on this channel because
Definitely not. Definitely not.
we definitely want to keep in touch. We want to hear what's coming up, the latest things, what's going on in his world. Because, as you know, the world of reselling sneakers is, during COVID, it was top notch, but right now it
Yeah.
is slowly, calming down, but it's still alive and well. So if you're a sneakerhead, pass this video on to others if you want to get the inside scoop. So make sure you get those grades.
Yeah.
Fresh, any final thoughts, any last things that you want to say to my viewers, anything you want to show or sponsor? Totally about it.
Um, no, to be honest, no. I appreciate the opportunity that you given me, you reaching out to me and us talking about this so we can share my opinions, my perspectives and such. If you guys can, I will appreciate like the likes and follows on like my IG, my YouTube, my TikTok, or my podcast. That's basically it, man. Other than that, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Hope everyone's healthy. Make sure everyone's safe, and then that's it.
Honestly, Fresh, that was amazing. My viewers, I will have all of Fresh's social media links, his podcast, his IG, his YouTube, all in the description box. So Fresh, I am honored that you were able to sit with me today, and thank you for replying to my DM because you never know who's gonna say yes and who's gonna say no. But
Yeah, I understand.
today
Yeah.
you gave such informative knowledge to not only myself but also to my viewers and some amazing advice. So viewers, as I said, subscribe, like, follow Fresh. I'll have all his description in the description box. So until the next time, stay ranting.